One night, DM gives an ultimatum. That guy can eat his own D20 or be permanently kicked from the group. That guy thinks he is kidding. If I'm being honest, so did the rest of us. The DM is not kidding that JPEG. That guy actually does it. He swallows his D20 whole. Hey, what's up everybody, SkyDieRay here. Welcome to another good content video. It's another DnDGreenText video. I'm pretty well known for my good content, so good choice that you clicked on this video. Since we're talking about clicks, don't forget to smash the like button, And with that being said, enjoy the video. It was just one violation of human rights. Players are investigating a political murder. Lots of intrigue, lots of suspects, a lot of people who only know part of the story, and the need to correlate what they really do and don't know to make a proper investigation. That would be hard, so the players didn't do it. After puzzling over some clues, they decide to grab one of the major suspects, who was in fact innocent, hustle her over to the base they were operating from, torture her into signing a false confession to the murder, and then executing her on the basis of that confession. Move all their alignments to evil. No, Anon GM. You can't move someone straight from good to evil on the basis of a single act. It has to be a consistent pattern of behavior. Nope.
Straight to evil, and then straight to hell when you die.
Act 1. Kidnapping. Act 2. Torture. Act 3. Defamation and perjury. Act 4. Murder. Of an innocent. Pretty clear trend to me. What? Is it considered torture if you're trying to waterboard a fish? You can actually drown a fish by pulling it faster than it can swim for a few minutes. Huh. That's your cool fact of the day. Hope you enjoyed it. That's all you get for today. See you next time for your next cool fact. Simping on the big bad evil guy. Help! Help! He's trying to kill me! A beautiful, half-naked woman runs screaming from the forest, and she falls at the knees of the nearest party member begging for defense. Stand aside, says the Black Knight emerging from the tree line. The witch must die. Party slays the Black Knight after a tense battle that drops the fighter. The DM's face when he says it's the witch's turn and she targets the fighter. This, guys, this is the reason that you should not be a simp, okay? Just don't do that, okay? Not allowed here. No simping allowed. This is a simp-free zone. I sort of had a problem like this once, actually. I was doing everything I could to make it clear that the halfling woman was an obvious enemy agent, including her using them to tie up loose ends by attacking people she had been using to do her dirty work, having her be physically there, be recognized and have the bad men try to greet her and then have her cut them off with a throwing axe. Then, after she frisked the corpses and was really vague about what she was looking for, they still trusted her enough to go attack a wizard that had been working for her. I had to have her literally stab the party wizard in the back and steal the ranger's horse before they decided to stop doing whatever she wanted them to do. Long story short, D&D players will do whatever an attractive female character asks them to do, up to and including murdering several people, even if she's 3.5 feet tall and shady as f***. That guy experiences butthurt. That guy cheats on his rolls. Constantly. Gets caught and called out on it dozens, maybe hundreds of times over the years. One night, DM gives an ultimatum. That guy can eat his own D20 or be permanently kicked from the group. That guy thinks he is kidding. If I'm being honest, so did the rest of us. The DM is not kidding that JPEG. That guy actually does it. He swallows his whole D20, an opaque green opalescent D20 with black numbers. I will never forget it. All of us just sit there in stunned silence for a minute and then awkwardly resume the game. Several sessions later, we're getting set up for another game. That guy pours out his dice. That D20 is back. Sans the paint on most of its numbers. I will never forget the expression of simultaneous rage, horror and disgust portrayed on the DM's face. This one's a yikes from me. Just gets a yikes and we move on. That's all I can do. He must have had some shitty rolls after that experience. Great taste in my opinion. Our GM has a fetish for big booty dark elves. What do? If they describe the dark elves too much in detail constantly, then ask them not to do that because it makes you uncomfortable. Exterminate the heathen, battle brother. Make a big booty dark elf character to get a preferential treatment. Congratulate him on having superior taste. Just love how every comment is completely different from the last. Very quickly before we continue with the video, there's something I have to tell you guys. You've probably noticed the new channel design and logo and whatnot, and I've also launched today some new merch with those designs, so if you want to check it out, if you like the logo, there's t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, other accessories. So again, if you like the new logo, check out the link below, first link in description, get something that you like, if you like anything, and support the channel at the same time. And yeah, with that being said, first link in description, check it out, and enjoy the rest of the video. We also have a big booty alignment chart based on the previous post. So we have pure and tainted on the y-axis, and we have practical versus ideological on the x-axis. I think tainted practical is just the best alignment. Great, now I have two alignment systems to consider during character creation. The saddest end for my favorite character. So, my favorite character ever was Mercy, a tiefling cleric who was told she was cursed to never find happiness. She was raised by a cult that drilled this into her, though out of game I knew it wasn't true. Because of this, she was incredibly lonely and reluctant to make friends, because when she lost them, that would be even more painful. Then enters our travelers, who invited her to join them. They needed a healer on their adventure, since they only had a bunch of fighters and a wizard. Mercy agreed, though she was sure she wouldn't be with them for long. She was with them for 5 years in game, going on quest after quest, falling in love with our barbarian, and was the happiest she had ever been, though she was sure it was not going to last. During her final campaign, the big bad evil guy had the only thing that could kill him locked in his basement. A helmet that would kill the wearer, but would allow the wearer to kill the big bad evil guy first. The party stood around arguing who should wear it, while Mercy rolled a successful stealth check, went in, and put it on before the others could stop her. Now, one of the magical items Mercy had received over her many years of adventuring was a wish stone. Basically, whenever she needed to use it, she could have one wish of any kind. She had tried to use it to break her curse, but when it didn't work, she just thought the curse was too strong and gave up, thinking she was cursed forever. Mercy defeated the big bad evil guy, and as she was dying, the rest of the party begged her to use the stone to save herself. Instead, she used it to erase their memories of her and the last 5 years she had been with them. Her reasoning was she was the happiest she had ever been, and the curse would one day take that. She wanted to die happy and loved, but didn't want her friends to miss her. The wish removed all tokens as well, so wedding bands, keepsakes, everything was gone. She died with her barbarian looking right at her and asking, "Who are you?" They buried her in an unmarked grave outside of the castle with her things, not knowing they were saying goodbye to one of their dearest friends. My friends hated me, we all cried, and of course our DM made it even worse when, 2 in-game years later on another adventure, the characters all had their memories broken open and were forced to remember who she was and what she had done, though the enemy kept the location of her grave to himself, so they could never go back and make amends. I don't get feels often, but damn. Yeah, this comment, this one right here, this comment right here sums it up pretty well. Good story. Really good story actually. Really like the concept of that character. Early game and late game. Player: I do 48 damage. GM: wait, what? I do 4d8 damage. Ah, okay, carry on. Roll 13. Months later, same campaign. I do 48 damage. Wait, what? Only? I do 48 damage. Check the roll bot in chat. Look down at laptop. Ah, okay, carry on. Asymmetric Warfare. When the GM has the players and enemies/NPCs playing by completely different rules. Couple examples. Party confronts leader of castle they were assaulting, ready for combat. Enemy leader starts talking at us about the usual "you'll never win" kinda stuff. One of our players starts responding when DM has him attack the player in a surprise round because we weren't ready, even though we were explicitly there to kill him and we said we were ready to fight. Later, we encountered that same enemy after he escaped the castle. He starts talking, player from before immediately attacks. DM has us roll initiative before player can attack, saying that they don't get a surprise round because the enemy was expecting us to attack. The double standards, man. The double standards of this guy. God damn it. I forgot the other example. Party is losing a fight. Couple characters go down. One says he wants to rush to another before he bleeds out. No, you don't know if he's dead or not. Death saving throws are gameplay stuff, no metagaming. Later on, major fight with some wizard involved. A couple characters go down, one stabilizes. DM has the powerful wizard character cast level 5 magic missile to force fail all the down characters' death saving throws. Okay, so this guy is double standarding and metagaming the f out of the campaign. I was gonna say to try to find another DM, but you probably don't have that option, so it's not that bad. I mean, you get to play D&D, so it's fine. Especially if you consider that some people out there don't even have a bad DM to play with, right? A giant forged me a sword. A giant forged for himself a sword of envy. I killed him in his sleep and took it. A giant forged me a sword of nostalgia. It used to be better. A giant is currently forging a sword of cautious optimism. I think it will probably turn out pretty good. A giant forged me a sword of deja vu. It looks oddly familiar. A giant forged a sword of burdens. It grows ever heavier. A giant forged me a sword of regret. I should have gotten an axe. A giant forged me a sword of friendship. It's hard to make it work, but it's worth living by it. A giant forged me a sword of stone. It rocks. A giant forged me a sword of deja vu. It looks oddly familiar. A giant forged me a sword of despair. I never asked for it, yet I can't leave it behind. A giant forged me a sword out of fatherhood. I never thought I could wield it until I did. A giant once forged me a sword made of regrets. It's so heavy now, but I can't let it go. A giant once forged me a sword made out of hate. It's sharp as hell, but cuts me as much as others. A giant forged me a sword of wit. It's pretty sharp. A giant forged me a sword of youth. It will never be as bright as it once was, yet I still cling on to it. A giant once forged me a sword of comments. It was different, yet similar to the others. A giant once forged me a sword of deja vu. It looks oddly familiar. Guys, has a giant ever forged you a sword? If you did, let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure to read them in the next comment review. In the next DnDGreenText comment review. Alright, let's read some comments for comment review. I'm worried about him. Did SkyDieRay forget his name? Has he hit his head? What's with this SkyDieRay thing? I don't know who either of those people are. I told you at the beginning that I'm Prismatic Ray. I'm not sure what you're talking about, dude. I don't know why this comment has so many upvotes. The party's sugar daddy. More fitting in a party of bards only. Is it really? I feel like it would fit pretty well in any party. Maybe I'm wrong. That tiefling is a good example of why you respect people's boundaries. See? D&D teaches you stuff in-game and out of game. Rabbit surrounded by bones. Oh crap, here we go again. See, if the guy that did this stuff would have been familiar with the rabbit thing, he wouldn't have died because he would have known it was a bad idea to mess with it. But hey, hopefully he learned a lesson. Oh, and there were other people that mentioned this rabbit thing, but this was the top comment, so I just read this one. Also, lots of people talked about how that barbarian that died bitten in the first session by the rogue should have probably not have happened, because it shouldn't have done that much damage. But you know, regardless of it should or if it shouldn't have happened, I'm glad it did because it's funnier. Especially for everyone else other than the barbarian. Alright, that's it for the comment review, and again, quick reminder, if you want to check out the merch, first link in the description. Check it out if you want, maybe there's something you like on the store. Alright, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to San Nielsen again for joining the Patreon. Really appreciate it, welcome, hello, and thank you as well to all the other Patreon supporters, really appreciate it. With that being said, there's also links below if you want to check out the Discord, subreddit or other social media, and that's it, thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!